Hi there. So, newsletters might feel old school, but they're still one of the most effective ways to communicate with your audience, a journalist, or clients directly. Now, in this video, we are going to break down what a newsletter is, what you should include in yours, and a few do's and don'ts to make sure that your emails actually get read instead of ending up in the trash folder. Now, just a little bit more on what a newsletter is. So, it is a recurring email sent to a list of subscribers. Now, it can include updates, insights, announcements, or even curated content relevant to your audience. Now, you can think of it as a way to stay top of mind with people who already want to hear from you. It's not just about promoting your company, it's about providing value while keeping your audience engaged. Now, if you have never signed up to a newsletter or you've never, read one or anything like that, so if you are on the other end and you are part of the audience who would like to know more about it, so here is how you can, sign up to a newsletter. And this you can also use as, an example of what you might like to do when you finally decide to start doing newsletters that you can do on your own website or that you can do, within your own different strategies. Now, the first one would be, as an example, your Metro UK. Now, this is the main site. So if you click on these three lines right here, you'll find all the different sections, all the different industries on their site. Now, on the bottom of almost each list here, you'll see the option for a newsletter. For the news, you've got the news updates newsletter. For sport, you've got the football newsletter called In the Mixer. For lifestyle, you've got the Slice newsletter. Soaps, you've got, I think, the soap opera newsletter here as well. And then you've got the shopping one, the one for properties, that is the key newsletter. So you can find one for almost each of these different sections. Now let's check out the sports newsletter. So your audience will, get to this page and it asks them, for, the team they would like to, let's say, receive newsletters for. I'm not sure if it keeps it defined or anything like that or specific to a team, but it asks you for your team and then you just add your email, sign up, and you will receive weekly newsletters, finding out more about what's happening in the wonderful world of sport. Now, the next one would be Substack. Now, Substack, you can find different PR professionals, journalists, writers. You can find them all on here. You can follow them, check out their different posts, but you can also subscribe to the newsletters via Substack. Now, what you can do is let's search for one specifically and let's go to all about digital marketing. Now, if you go to, let's say, the About page right there, you can see, okay, you won't have to worry about missing anything. Every new edition of the newsletter goes directly to your inbox. So you can add your email right there, subscribe, and then you'll receive new weekly newsletters. Another one is to, if you have someone in mind that you would like to receive newsletters from, you can go to the social media pages as well. Often they'll have it there. So now I think once you are signed up, there will be a link right here. So sign up to my 1000 day newsletter. So there will be a link that will take you to this page right here. This is from Deepak Shukla. So you can sign up for his newsletters as well. So you can either do it on the publication, via Substack, or through the social media. Now you might be wondering, okay, so now I know, where I'm able to, put out my newsletters, but how do you create one? Now, what should be included in a newsletter? Now, first of all, your headline, or it should be a catchy title. Your subject line should grab attention. journalists and readers decide whether to open based on that first impression. So before you even think of, the newsletter itself, you have to make sure that you do have a catchy subject line, something that tells them a little bit more about what that is, what the newsletter or email might be about, but just enough to create interest, not all of the information. And then make sure that you do have something worthwhile sharing. So share news about your company, product launches, or milestones, anything that's relevant to your audience. But you have to keep it concise and engaging. So let's say, for example, you just launched a new tool to make marketing easier. So this is how it works. That would be the type of content to share. And then curated content or insights. So include valuable industry insights, tips, or commentary that positions you as a thought leader. So make sure that you do include things that your readers would want to follow, that they are interested in, because they are the ones that subscribe, so they know that they can find that content from you. So you have to make it valuable. So here's, for example, a roundup of the latest PR trends and how they affecting digital marketing. That could be an angle. And then also, do not forget a call to action. Now, a call to action, every newsletter should have a next step for the reader. Let's say it's visiting a blog, signing up for an event, or sharing feedback. So they do get this via the email. So, you don't want them to just stay on the email. You want them to take action. You want them to, the email is the first point. So you want to take them to the next point. So you need to help them. You need to guide them to that next point. So let's say, for example, read more about this trend on our blog or share your thoughts with us. Another thing that is extremely important is visuals. Now, images, infographics, or anything that can make your newsletter more engaging and easier to skim. But remember, you shouldn't overdo it. There should be a good balance between the amount of content that you have and the images that you have. Play around with the headings as well to make it stand out a bit more. And then your contact details or your social links. Always include ways for your readers to reach you. So you've got the call to action, but remember to add those contact details as well. So this allows them to follow your brand or to share your content. It keeps the conversation going. They receive it via their email, but they also have the opportunity to share it with their own community, making sure that your news doesn't just read your audience, but the audience that your audience might think, okay, I think that someone else might find this valuable. So this allows your content to reach beyond what you might have thought your audience is. So just a few quick do's and don'ts. So remember to keep it concise and scannable. So not too much content, just enough for the reader to, fully understand what it is that the message is. And then remember to provide value. A newsletter isn't just a way to say, hey, I'm still here. You need to ensure that there is value in the content that you are sharing. And then to segment your audience. Send tailored content to different groups to increase engagement. Now, few don'ts. Do not spam your subscribers. You want to stay top of mind, but you don't want to be annoying. So remember, you want to send out content a few times a week just to, allow for that engagement. Then don't be overly promotional. So focus on value first and then selling second. And then the next thing is to ignore analytics. If your open rates are low, tweak subject lines, send times, or content. Pay attention to these different things, and the more you pay attention to it, the more tweaks you make, um, the better the chances of engagement and people or your audience opening your emails. So you can check out different sites online. You can Google newsletter examples, and these are like Adobe, one of the sites that will pop up that will show you good examples of what your newsletter can look like. A lot of them are, visually intriguing, lots of colors. They play around with headings and everything, but even so, there is still value in the newsletters that they are creating. So this is just a few tips on creating your own newsletter if you would like to create one for your own website or for your own brand.